when Trent Frazier, Jacob Grannison go 4 for 15, DeMonte Williams goes 1 of 6. We're not going to be very good and win many games, but we hung in the first half. I thought we found some composure and made a run late to take a lead. One thing Matt's done of late is he's just quit screwing around. Just give the ball to Ivey and get the hell out of the way and screw all the rest of the guys and all the post ups and everything else and that's what they look like. That's for anybody who doesn't know what a pro looks like. That's what they look like, and so it's our intent coming in was to take away threes. It's what we do at a really, really high level, and we didn't do that. So you can't give them, Ivey twos and the other guys threes. And we're really good in our ball screen coverage. We're one of the top teams in the country at it. That got exposed tonight because we go home and we don't give up threes. But there's a reason they're the number one offense in the country. They've got great players, and they had a great player tonight that took over the game in the second half.
Question.
Brad, you obviously have a very good team this year. What have you learned about your team, or what kind of gear do they need to hit to beat the teams like Purdue or Arizona that are top 5 right now?
I think we haven't been whole, so we're still trying to figure out, certain lineups with Bello back. I thought he played really well. RJ Melendez was terrific. He's gaining minutes. We're good, tonight was a night where they were better, and they deserved to win the game. I'm really disappointed in our rebounding, our effort. We've gotten really soft in that area and non-competitive, and we've got to get that handled. Again, it was we're a good basketball team. It was an off night. We're 10-2 coming in. We're still in a really good place, and we've got had one of those nights where, again, and give Purdue and Matt's crew a lot of credit. We didn't shoot the ball well. They had something to do with that.
Coach, when a player is obviously going off like that on you and taking over a game, what's the discussion like around the bench area on how to slow him down? Do you throw multiple guys at him? Do you make him go left? What kind of was discussed to try to slow down Ivey?
When you watch a pro game, really good players are really hard to stop. Sometimes they just make shots. And we live and die with forcing twos and hard twos. And even though Ivey got going, he turned it over a couple times. We did some good things. Where compared to the first game, I was willing to give 50 post-ups if they wanted them. I didn't care if they threw the ball into those guys every single trip. We can guard that. We can contest that, and we stay matched up, and we stay in a good place. And they're twos. Those were hard. And they sprayed it, and then you compound that with the 3-point shooting, and we were just in a tough spot. But he goes right better than he goes left right now, but not by much. And it doesn't matter when you're that athletic. It's pick your poison.
Coach, Jaden, you mentioned it. He's going to be a pro. You guys had Io last year, and he kind of exemplified what a pro was going to be like. Did you guys kind of get a taste of your own medicine from what Io did to the Big Ten last year to what Jaden did to you guys?
I think there's a lot of them in this league. It's not a taste of your own medicine. Io is a pro. He was a really good player, and we utilized him in ways that is very similar to what Matt's doing with Jaden. And it's nice when you have him, and when you can capitalize on he's in my opinion, we played Arizona. He's different level athletically than anybody we've seen, and it's in a long time. Might be as athletic as anybody that's been in this league. in my time here, maybe the one kid at Michigan State, I'm drawing a blank with his name, but Jaden's so good with the ball. Yeah, that's what they look like.
Kofi got caught a little too deep a couple of times. Would you say that the timing and the spacing between him and Bello is just a little bit rusty right now?
No, I think I called one of the worst plays ever to start the half, even though we scored. And I think that we've been less of a ball screen team, obviously without Bello, but we got what we wanted. We got downhill. We had some uncharacteristic turnovers early out of those things, but it's one of the few things that Purdue doesn't do well is their ball screen defense is not very good. I mean, they're 200 and something in the country or right there, and we couldn't exploit it. And again, so maybe they're getting better, but they don't have many weaknesses, and that just happened to be one.
Brad, watching Trent Frazier for all these years, it's no surprise that he's tough and came back in the ball game. But what did it say about him coming back after that scary moment?
Yeah, he wanted in, so he let the kid come back in, and he's a tough kid. I give a lot of credit to Purdue's bench. They all have tremendous respect for Trent, battling him for 5 years and asking how he was doing, and I don't know the extent of anything yet, but yeah, I mean it's great to see Trent get back in there.
Brad, understanding what Purdue's capable of doing offensively, 1.5, I don't think we've seen a half like that defensively out of you guys in some time. Is that surprising to you, just given how much you talk about defense traveling, and what went wrong there, do you think?
They're good. They had their night. They had a really good night. They're the number one offense in the country for a reason. And we've got to learn to fight. We've got to find guys that can withstand that. It's really hard when you get guys. I'm telling you, they play really good defense in the NBA, and guys still make shots. Tonight was that night. We all know Trent Frazier has shut literally the whole country down at some point. Tonight, that kid made shots and was terrific. Not going to make too much out of it. We're not going to change a whole bunch of what we do. We've got the number one ball screen defense in the league. We've been one of the top defenses in the country. We were 18th coming in. They had their night.
Brad, to start the second half, Eric Hunter had 9 points in 5 minutes. How much did that maybe change the complexion of the game right there?
Huge. Yeah, he's one of the guys that, he's a veteran, and they went right at us. Got a couple layups, off a back screen, and Kofi got hung up. But you can't give the other guys, and I call them role players for lack of a better term. You can't let him and Gillis and those guys beat you and hurt you, and they did. They hurt us.
Coach, it looked like you played behind Zachy quite a bit. Is that by design, or would you rather deny the post-entry pass?
Oh, that's death. How many dunks you want to give up if you front him? You're playing dead behind him and making him. And I thought we did a great job on Zach. Zach got a couple of dump offs, and when you've got that size and you don't have to jump to dunk, you can't give him unobstructed views of the rim. I thought we did a pretty good job on him tonight.
Brad, back in the back. After Andre had some limited minutes the last couple of games, what do you feel like he gave you today? 21 minutes on the court, and is this Andre of old, in a sense?
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I mean, kids had 5 practices literally all season, and or 6, and we've been in this, every 2 games stretch here, here in the last week where. The day after the Indiana game, after winning in Bloomington, we had literally a walkthrough, and guys are playing, especially that starting group's playing a lot of minutes, so he's not getting on-court activity with them. Now we've got a few days, so hopefully we can continue to grow that. But he's had 5 or 6 practices all year, and so his conditioning's coming on a treadmill, and it's not coming with timing and game-like situations.
Brad, you guys only shoot 10 of 28 in the second half and 1 of 10 from 3. How much of it was Purdue's defense improving in the second half and you guys just missing open shots?
Got a lot of open shots, didn't we?
I mean, I thought so. That's why I asked. Yeah.
Yeah, so we felt pretty good about, like I said, when Jake and Trent and DeMonte have a night like they did where we didn't make shots, you're not going to win. And there's one or two maybe that I'll look at and really question, but I felt really good about him. I mean, Jacob Grandison sitting in front of our bench, and nobody even ran at him, and he's a 50% three-point shooter for them, and he missed it. I mean, I watched Jake make 36 threes in a row the other day, so it just didn't go in.
Coach, I ask you at Big Ten Media Days, fans in the stands. I mean, you travel around the country. How nice is it to see? I mean, granted, it was tough tonight on the road, but, being at home and seeing fans again enjoying this game, what's that mean to you?
It's what makes college basketball so special. It's unique, and it's we do it better. And I've been blessed in my day, being in the Big 12, being in the SEC. Nobody does it better in the Big Ten, and every place you go is an unusual haunt, so to speak, and it's got a unique atmosphere. And in Bloomington the other day, it was rocking. It's our place. It doesn't matter. It's unbelievable character from the fans, and the fans are intelligent, and the fans are knowledgeable, and they care. Nobody does it better than this league, and this atmosphere is, right here is as good as there is in America. So we have that at our place as well, and so we're pretty. Matt and I are pretty fortunate that we've got fans that care.
Brad, given the environment, the team, what were your impressions of RJ in his minutes tonight?
He was great. RJ's been so good in practice. That's why I played him a lot the last few minutes. The physicality of the game still bothers him. It's why he plays with his hands. Typical freshman, fouling, putting his hands on people. He's got unbelievable athleticism. Maybe not quite Ivey athleticism, but he's close. In terms of his jumping and his length and some of the things he can do. He's just got to grow up, as a freshman in terms of the strength, but gaining a ton of confidence, and like I said, he's going to be a star in this league.
All right, thank you, Coach. Frazier and Plummer will be available outside our locker room.